Wikis are a useful tool. So, social media, it's easy, it's really easy. There's just a couple of different things you can do. I mean, it can be overwhelming, actually. You know, I kind of spend a lot of time in the space, and it doesn't matter how many conferences I go to, how many blog articles I read, what I see in my RSS reader. It's hard to keep up. But I do believe that you can apply these principles individually. I recommend you do it personally first. Sign up for a personal Twitter account, sign up for a personal Facebook page, see how it works, become familiar with the tools. Then you'll be able to counsel a client or an employer on how to best use the tools, right? So, it's people-driven content, all right? If you think back to such a different world, you know, my parents had maybe 3 TV channels, and they'd always be around the TV at night to watch the news and primetime TV, right? But everything is different, and now it's the TiVo generation. You know, how many of you sit through TV commercials anymore? I don't. I have a digital video recorder, and it doesn't matter the program, even the Super Bowl. I'll start it recording, and then I'll go down and watch it like an hour into it. And by the time we get to the end, see you have a game. You see if you can get to the end when it goes live right at the same time. It's kind of fun. So, not prime time, my time. It's about customizing information to the individual. That comes back to the personal mobile phone, my time. It's what I want. I'm going to pull information. So make your information engaging and interesting. And as I was mentioning, there's always something new. It's really hard to keep up. But don't be afraid of it. You know what? You either jump on the train as it's leaving the station, or you get left behind and get really lonely. All right? Especially since our profession is communications. And as Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. Just do it. Do something. Okay? Some key things I want you to take away. I believe that the new technology we have, social media tools, really has fundamentally changed the way public relations is practiced. The students today have an advantage over people who are we call digital immigrants. Okay? They did not grow up with digital broadband at home. You guys probably did. You can understand how to use those tools and then apply them to accomplish a business problem, challenge. Okay? So, while I don't advocate the fact, or I don't suggest that traditional media relations and public relations is going away, it's been augmented by a big portion using social media. Okay? Then second, you got to use social media tools to get top search placement. The search engines love social media. It's the keywords and it's the frequency. And plus, it's more than just you talking about it. See, if you get other people to talk about it, it's not coming from you necessarily. So that's how that exponential factor works in your favor. And again, don't be afraid of it. You know, just jump in and try something. So, questions? Ask Pete anything within reason.
Well, I know that things like iGoogle and stuff, that it kind of helps, but like you said, it can be very overwhelming when you have 7, 8, 10 different social media sites that you're controlling. How do you personally just kind of curb that and keep it to a minimum so you're not spending?
I work about 20 hours a day. It can be challenging. I recommend just being as organized as you can about things, using the newest and latest tools that you can. Not getting bogged down with one specific thing. You know, I could honestly get on Twitter and spend all day on Twitter just following conversations, and you know what? It does lead to some cool information, and you'll get links to other places. And I had an experience 2 weekends ago with the LDS General Conference where a few of us were using Twitter to talk about the conference, and who knew? But we called it the Twitter stake. I mean, there were almost 1,000 people tweeting about General Conference, and who was speaking and where they were from and what that meant, and it was pretty cool. You know, so I blogged about it on my LDS blog because I had way too many blogs, and talked about how the experience really changed General Conference for me, because now I have an archive of my notes, of my personal notes. You just go to Twitter, search.twitter.com and type #LDSCONF, and you can see everything that everyone wrote about General Conference on Twitter. But I think you need to be careful with how you manage your time, and using the tools that are most effective to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So I don't know if that answered your question, but it is a challenge. Other questions? Yeah?
Would you explain out again what the difference is in the newsroom and explain that again? Newsroom exciting, whatever,
The difference between a newsroom and what?
like your normal homepage or webpage.
Okay, the purpose of the newsroom is to communicate with journalists, with the media. So you should have in there the traditional press kit information, biographies of executives, links to other articles about you in the news, press kits that can talk about a trade show or a product, multimedia, interviews with your CEO or whoever talking about new products. But the key part of it is your press release, your news release. That's what you treat as kind of a blog post in the newsroom. But you use the media, you use the newsroom, you put it online so it's accessible all the time. So think about, maybe you may not have experienced this, but you could be a PR person in charge of media relations and at dinner with your wife or at a movie or in bed, and you could get a call saying, I need some questioning.